Hi, it's Michelle Stone at Michelle Stone Masterpieces, and I am coming to you today to do number 4 of my emotional color wheel series. So I hope that you've been enjoying them. I know that there are several people who are starting to get on board, and I appreciate you, all of you who are joining me in this endeavor of learning more emotional literacy and getting to know yourself better and de-stressing and that type of thing. I read an article the other day that said that this type of activity, the emotional color wheels, that just by taking that 20 minutes for yourself, for self-care and to kind of decompress and get some of your feelings out, that it actually not only helps you mentally, but it helps your body as well. That as you process your emotions and your feelings, that it allows your stomach to process and the rest of your body to process, and allows for you to feel a lot better, for your food to digest even better, your your just everything within your body. I can't articulate it very well, but just know that just this 20 minutes that you're spending with yourself is really helping in other ways that we don't even know. So, well, that we don't know on a normal day-to-day basis. But so come join me. Let's go. All right. So I took the liberty of finding a list, and this is an alphabetical list of just feelings, both positive feelings and negative feelings. So go ahead and find something like this on the internet for you. I know that I had mentioned the emotional ladder with joy-based living, but I also recommend that you get something that has a whole plethora of emotions on it. So then that way you can really, dig deep. The more pieces on your emotional color wheel, the better off your emotional literacy will be. So let's get started. I have my handy dandy circle that I'm going to put here. I'm actually, whoops, I decided to get my, oh wow, there's a mess. Okay, no worries. There's this is my book that I usually put my color wheels in. So I'm gonna bring it down a little bit further. So that way I don't have to, because it's not copy paper, it will be a lot more sturdy, and then I have my book full of it. So I'm gonna continue to do the 8 or the 12 that I've been doing. Sometimes when we have a lot going on, it's better to add more pieces to our pie. And now that we have, if you go ahead and grab something like this, it will give you a lot more choices, than the normal 3 or the 6 or even the 8 or 12. So I've done as many as 24. But you don't always have to. If you just want to do the normal 8 that we've been doing, then that would be fine. So actually the 8 or the 12. Let's see, this is 12. So here's my squares. And if you're just joining me this time, if this is the very first time that you're doing this, what I'm doing is I'm creating an emotional color wheel. And so what it is I have a bunch of colored pencils that you'll notice that are up here to my side. And I'm going to go through this list of emotional feelings, and emotions, and kind of tap into what I've been feeling over the last 24 hours. So, and as I'm looking at it, so I have, I cut a circle into 12 different pieces, and I drew out 12 different boxes. So I'm going to go through and think about my life over the last 24 hours. Delighted was a good one. What do I have? And I'm just kind of going over really quickly, I felt joyous. Let's see. I also felt, I was touched in a very meaningful way, like emotionally touched. I wasn't physically touched. I mean, it's COVID, so how much can you, have physical connection with people? Let me see. What else do I have here? Sociable. And wow, these are a lot. I haven't even really looked at this, so this is going to be fun for me to play with. Interested. I'm delighted. Let's see. How about grateful? Yes. Guarded. I'm writing all these out, so as I'm kind of going through it, content. I'm a little anxious. I'm doing some theater performances this evening, and it's not necessarily in my bailiwick, so I get a little anxious when I do that type of thing. Let me see. How about wow? There's so many to choose from. Let's see. I felt accomplished. Is that even on there? Nope, but I'm going to put it here anyway. Got a lot of things accomplished this morning. What else? Warm. And a little inspired. Okay, so there's my 12. So now I'm going to go through these guys, all of my colored pencils, and kind of remember what those emotions are, those particular times, those feelings that I had. So, and then just kind of feel into it. So delighted. Delighted to me feels like this. Okay. And then I take my colored pencils and I put them off to the side in an order that I can come back to in a couple of minutes. Joyous. Joyous feels like this. And so what I do when I choose the colored pencils is I just kind of, I feel into those moments, and then I look over at the colored pencils, and the colors that like jump out at me are the ones that I reach out for. So touched. And so I was moved and touched. That feels like this dark green right here. Right. Sociable. Sociable feels like this orange. I'm gonna have to sharpen that when I'm done. Interested. What is this? Sepia. Sepia feels like this is a dark brown. Interested. Guarded. Guarded feels gray. Grateful. Grateful feels white, which is kind of weird because it may be hard for you, and there's other colors on this white. So, but white will be a little bit more challenging for you guys to see. Fill in. Okay. let's see. So content feels like this terracotta. Nope, it's mahogany. Anxious. Anxious feels like this blue. And you know, each time, I don't know, sometimes people have like feelings that are typically their go-to. So if you're doing this again and again and again, and you have different colors for every day, it doesn't mean anything's wrong. It's, you know, just keep doing what you're doing. It's you just kind of choosing what is appropriate for you at that particular moment. Accomplished. I like this light blue for accomplished. Whoops. And let me grab my sharpener. Here's my sharpener. And this is why when I flip this over, why there's stencil shavings in there and it gets on my paper. But that's okay. So if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and do it. I am, oh my goodness, I'm getting ready to do a 100-day challenge. It starts on Sunday. Today is the 28th, January 28, 2021. So I am going to do my 100-day challenge. Oh my goodness. Part of me wants to choose another blue, but I'm not feeling accomplished. Feels like, let's see what happens. I'll just do this one last time. And you know, you can do this with markers, crayons, colored pencils. I've literally done this exercise with children 4 years old and people as young as 104. So warm. I felt warm and fuzzy at one point today, thinking about some former students in my life. And just so you know, I teach children starting at ages 5 all the way up. So inspired. What color is inspired? Inspired looks like this right now. Okay, so now I'm going to take these colors that I have over here, these colored pencils, and I'm going to go back through and I'm going to tap into those moments that I felt delighted, joyous, whatever. And if you watched my last video before, you'll notice that I had to hold the paper down because I was using just regular colored paper. So this is, not that I'm giving any props or anybody, but this is my Canson mixed media journal. And so this will easily hold on to the colored pencil because it's for mixed media. It works really well. So here's my delighted slice of my day. I'm feeling into that. Ooh, it feels bigger than just that little space. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to color over my word inspired. Yeah. I was delighted. Okay. Joyous. So the moments that I felt joy over the last 24 hours. That felt really big too. So that's, see how here I can just, I don't know. Again, if you watched my last video, I was holding it like this, but right now I'm able to just hold my Canson pad, just fill into it. I can even go up here because you know what? This is my art. It's something called the artist license. So if you're creating it, you get to do it however you want. So touched. Yeah. I'm working on a project. I'm also the curator at the Carrollwood Cultural Center here in Tampa, Florida. And I'm working on a project called, or an art exhibit for the month of February called Black Matters, Past, Present, and Future. And the artwork that's coming in is incredible. And the artists are top notch. And it just, and the descriptions that I'm getting move me to tears. So that's where I was touched. Sociable. Yep. And again, here I'm going to sharpen my pencil. Sociable. Yeah, that doesn't feel as big as it did when I felt joyous or touched, but it's still pretty. Outside the lines. And you can go outside the lines because that's your business. Right, Tabitha Brown? All right, so interested. Yes. Interested feels solid. Feels like I'm interested to know something. I'm kind of curious. Oh, I should have put curious. Oh well. Next time. Guarded. Yeah. You know, like sometimes when somebody's and you kind of feel a little guarded with someone, you're like, what that's about. Is that their stuff? Is that your stuff? Either way, it's important to know. Grateful. Gratitude is an exalted emotion. What that means is that that's one of the higher vibrations, the higher frequency, and in the realm of the world. I don't know who's watching, but I don't. Content is my next one. So we're all made up of energy um, and part of most of that energy is water, and so if you are, where is I? Content. Oh, grateful, gratitude. Stay focused. So and gratitude is an exalted emotion. So the more like that's a positive vibe. And so the more that you feel into that, the more that you radiate that energy out. And then the more people want to spend time with you. They'll be like, oh, they'll give you like compliments, like, wait a minute, wow, I really like your hair. I really, I like the shirt that you have on. I really like, whatever. I'm glad to see you, that kind of thing. But what they really don't know is that they're actually connecting with your energy. So anxious. So whenever people are like complimenting you and they're kind of gravitating toward your energy, and that is definitely a good thing. So my anxious is over that, anxiety is over that event I have coming on tonight. Or am I accomplished? Oh yeah. Got a bunch of work done today. Feel really good about that. Yeah, I do. There we go. Sometimes I stop talking because I'm like really in the moment and I just, want to spend some time there. So the next one is, oh my goodness, what did I write? I forgot what I wrote. So this is inspired. That is, wow. Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna go to inspired. I remember it was inspired. Oh, it was warm. That's what it was. All right, inspired. Yeah, it's definitely inspired. You know what? You don't have to. You can kind of, once you get like that little triangle piece, this little piece of the pie, you can kind of come out and do whatever it is that you want. So warm, yeah, I felt warm and thinking about my Black Matters show, all the people who are contributing to it, are this beautiful round table group that are just, everybody is just so delightful. Okay, so there is my emotional color wheel for today. Today is the 28th, 2021. I like to date mine, so then that way I know as I'm kind of going through what day it was. And so there we go. And so again, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and click that bell or click the subscribe button, and then click the bell. So every time I put in another video, you will be able to check it out. And if you have any thoughts or if you've done a color wheel with me, go ahead and make a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And remember, doodle the rest of your day, or doodle the residue of your day away. All right, thanks so much.